I'd like to take a moment today to talk about this little guy right here. This is the Citizen Tsuyosa. I hope I'm saying that right. It's the one with the small seconds, and it's an updated model. Now, I've been looking around lately trying to find a mechanical watch to add to the collection that looks a little bit elegant but doesn't break the bank, and I think I found it. Now, this watch, what appealed to me, of course, first of all, is the dial. The dial is beautiful. It comes in different colors. I chose the one that's blue, and it's like almost a little bit like a turquoise blue. It's not a navy blue. It's almost a little bit too blue, to be honest, in person, but it is very pretty. And what I like the most about it, besides the pop of color that you have there, it can really kind of help to make your outfit pop a bit. But what I like, and I thought that was interesting, is the small seconds on there. So the small seconds, I first noticed that on Nomo's watches, and I thought that looks super elegant. But I don't want to pay $2,000 or $3,000 for a watch that I don't know how often I'm gonna wear it. So I got this Citizen, and I've been pretty satisfied with it so far. Of course, it does come with caveats, but this costs anywhere between, I think, $300 and $400 or euros, and for that, I think it's a pretty good deal. So anyway, it does come with a metal bracelet. I think it's stainless steel. It's I had to resize it. I took out about 3.5 links, and it's not that easy to do. I would suggest getting a tool to do it because I did not have the proper tool, and I almost stabbed myself. So you gotta be careful when you're pushing those pins out. It's not the type that you can unscrew. So you got to push it out with a special tool, and do be careful and make sure you have the proper push tool and the proper, backstop against which to apply pressure. But with it being set up to my wrist, which is I think 7.5 inches or so, it's a pretty good fit, and I think that it's just the right size for me. I don't mind the size of it. I wouldn't want something smaller. Now, from a standpoint of dimensions, the case diameter is 40.2. It's what I measure. The bracelet starts at a width of 22 millimeters, and it does taper down a little. It tapers down to 20 millimeters, so it tapers just 2 millimeters. The thickness of the case, including the glass, is 12.1 millimeters. And this is an integrated bracelet one, so the bracelet that gets inserted here into the case is 13 millimeters. I do find the crown quite small. The crown is just 5 millimeters. Now this watch is more like the 70s style, and this watch is very, very reminiscent, the case shape of the Tissot PRX, but at about half the price. So this is a Japanese design. I don't think it's made in Japan, but the movement is Japanese. It has a Miyota 822 movement inside. So looking at the back, it has got an open case back. We got a sapphire crystal on it, so that's nice. I'm pretty hard on my watches. I wear these to work, and I do work on industrial machinery, so I've kind of banged up the bracelet already, but it's good to know that the crystal on it is sapphire. And anyhow, looking at the back, you've got a rotor, which is a skeleton type. And it does have 60 hours of power reserve, so that's nice. It does have some nice blue screws in there. I don't know movements all that well, but it does look pretty nice. I like the fact that I can check it out. But again, really, the star of the show is the dial. It has got almost like a riffled diamond pattern, concentric from the middle outwards. It's got applied markers. That's something else I was looking to get. It's got loom, but the loom is terrible. I can't even really demonstrate it because the loom is very hard to get on camera. The loom sucks, we can say that much. But for everyday use, not at nighttime, it's quite a nice watch. From an ergonomic standpoint, it's comfortable for me to wear. Winding the watch is really difficult. You really just have to use the very tip of your finger to get to it. It's kind of recessed here into the case. That's super annoying. And setting the time is also kind of difficult because you got to get your fingernail in there and pull that crown out. It just pulls out a little bit to set the time. So I would say that from an ergonomic standpoint, not my favorite, but with 60 hours of power reserve, if this is your daily driver and you just take it off for maybe the weekend, should be good to go. Also from an ergonomic standpoint, I don't care so much for the butterfly clasp. It's just not as easy to put on as a watch with a standard, one clasp. This one you have to get it hooked in both ways. Been wearing this for a couple, 2-3 weeks now, and I still have troubles putting it on comfortably. That's unfortunate, but the watch itself looks beautiful. And for the price, I'm quite satisfied with it. And it goes a lot of outfits. Citizen Tsuyosa, small seconds, nice watch. Nice quality as far as I can tell. Bracelet feels pretty good. The dial's beautiful. Small seconds is cool. The small seconds hand, in fact, is blued. I don't think it's heat treated blued. It might be like an anodized aluminum blue. I'm not sure. But it provides a nice contrast to the gray background behind it. And all in all, very handsome. Pretty legible watch. And one last thing to say about this presidential bracelet is that it's really shiny. I mean, this thing catches the sun rays big time. I'm sure it catches a lot of looks at work because it really just reflects stuff. It's so shiny. Particularly the middle segment of the bracelet is really highly polished. Also, the outside of these links are polished. Some of it is brushed, but it's pretty reflective either way. So it's an eye-catching watch, not just because of the dial, but also because of the bracelet. I hope that this video was interesting for you guys, that helped you get a little bit more of a feel for the watch. And till next time, hope you have a good day.